Okay, what is up? What is cracking? Now, this message is for Scorpio. You don't have to be a Scorpio in order to, take this message and it resonate with you. But this is just for somebody that may feel like they are around somebody that is bragging and boasting, or you yourself may know that you have been bragging and boasting, okay? And the Bible verse that I have for you guys is Proverbs chapter 25, verses 6, which it says, "Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence or stand in the place of the great." Okay, so if you know it's somebody around you, or you know that you are in a great position, you know what I'm saying, it might be somebody else or you that is feeling like, I can do better. If I was in that spot, if I was in that position, I would have did it this way, I would have did it that way, I would have did this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a respect thing. So it's like somebody here is disrespecting somebody else, or somebody here is just overstepping their boundaries, or somebody here is basically overstating who they are when they don't have to overstate who they are, or trying to say that, oh, I'm bigger than this person, right? So say for instance that you are running some type of organization, you're running whatever you're running, you're the coach, right? All right, it's somebody else that is the student that's saying, oh, I feel like I can coach better. Or it's somebody that is, a lower employee that's saying, I feel like I can do better. Or this is you like, oh, I feel like I can do better, right? And there's nothing wrong with thinking that in your brain, but when you overthink it, when you overstimulate it, or when you overstep your boundaries, you know what I mean? Like when you look at somebody that is a professor or is a doctor, they have went to school for a long amount of time to get that certificate, to get that doctor's degree, right? So it's just a thing about respect. It's like put some respect on my name, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't call me Mr. or Mrs. You call me doctor now, because that's what I am. I am a doctor, right? So that's the same thing that I'm getting from this, okay? And it also may be a point of, in a relationship or in a friendship or in a family ship, whatever ship this is, right, where somebody else is like giving the hints that they want space, and it's time for somebody else to give them space. Like, allow somebody to come to you. Don't barge into somebody else's presence, okay? Or don't over barge yourself into somebody else's situation, okay? Or into somebody else's energy. That's what I'm just getting right now from this, right? Allow people to come to you. You don't always have to come to somebody else. You don't always have to disrespect somebody else just simply because of what you think and what you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's always a respectful way how to handle a situation, or how to handle situations that are bigger than you, or you may. This is just basically for somebody that may have been thinking that they have been putting themselves above another person, above the law, above authority, above God. I feel like this is a warning, okay? This might have something to deal with a Scorpio, or this might be somebody that has Scorpio in their chart. Don't put yourself on a high horse, right? Continue to stay humble, and don't put yourself above God, right? Like, you are not above God, right? I feel like God is just really wanting me to say that and express that. Like, if you have been around somebody, or you need to tell somebody, like, you are not above God, or you have to just tell somebody, like, look, I respect you, but at the same time, you need to watch your tone when it comes to speaking about somebody that you highly respect. And this might be God, right? So this might be a situation where you have to step up and say, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, don't do that. It's kind of like the olden days in the Greek and Egyptian days, where somebody has to step in and say, like, hey, this is the king and you need to respect the king. Not respecting the king is a part of treason. Yeah, treason. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, as well. Yeah. And the movie El Diablo might have something to deal with it. the cartoon El Diablo, where it was two men that said they were gods, right? But they really wasn't gods, right? They really didn't have any type of God abilities, right? Because gods are immortal, and they were saying how they were gods and they had to prove this, that they were gods, but they really wasn't. So that's also what I'm getting, right? So if you know somebody that's like that, or you're in this predicament, maybe just clear the room, like, no, I'm not a god, right? But I am God's child, right? I am God's child, or I come in the image of God, but I am not God. I am not bigger than him. I am not better than him. You know what I'm saying? But I try to live in the way of God, right? Or I try to walk down the holy path, what God has basically taught me, written out for me, shown me, that type of thing. Okay, so I hope that kind of resonated. All right, and I hope that helps somebody or something. And I'll be busy. Bye, baby. Peace.